when you were in the military.
Yeah.
You say, all right, Marine, let me see a Y, an M, and C, and an A.
Yeah, that would work.
All right, it is 7:39. The video's up and running now. Again, that's at talk973.com or with YouTube. Mornings with the leader man in the search. Let's see, busy weekend. See, we turned the clocks back. You always have to be here. Nobody knows. At 2 in the morning on Sunday morning, every time change.
It's a problem.
To get the programs to cooperate with the time.
Right.
Because they're going on doing what they're doing, and all of a sudden say, wait a minute, I've already played that hour. I think I know what I'll do. I'll shut off. Bloop. And you got to tell it, no, can't take an hour off here, buddy. You got to do it again. Start back. But I don't want to do it. And then when it comes time to take the break, says, I've already played this break. I said, play it again. And we get it done. But it was nice to get that extra hour.
Yeah. Well, that's always nice. Yeah, the fall is less onerous as the spring. That's a fact.
Yeah, you're doing spring and you go, God, will that sun ever go down?
Yeah, my preference would just to be leave it alone, but
Mine too.
Pick one, split the difference, make a decision, and go with it.
All right, let's get on with sound bites this morning. See if we can snap a smile on your face with these. Because where did that come from?
I don't know. Sounded like my refrigerator.
Must be the heat and air over there. Let me see. Yeah, it's something in this room making a noise.
Okay.
All right, Tom.
Is it my coffee cup? I'll close my coffee cup.
Probably my brain racing. Gets so hot, it kind of...
well, I didn't hear any gears.
Starts humming up there. I can't play this thing on air because it would be against the law, but this dad crossed the line with the prank on his family, created an emergency alert message.
Oh dear!
And it had it break into programming. Must be in radio to get one of these. Had it break into programming on the TV, it announced a warning that North Korea had launched a missile and was headed toward the U.S. It sounded very realistic, and the family was rightfully freaked out when they knew they had less than 2 hours to live. And they found out it was a prank that they wanted. When they found out it was a prank, they wanted to kill Daddy.
No kidding.
Yeah.
He did that as a prank. One of those goofy warnings that you hear every now and then on the radio. Breaks in, and what did it say? Rockets launched. Oh man, that's dumb. But I'm laughing.
The copy on the air. I'm reading the red notes here to me. It says, "This is not a prank to copy on the air. The FCC prohibits airing false emergency information. This clip contains the word freaking, and another word is bleeped here, but uncensored in the source video." So,
yeah. Okay. Well, you better not play that one then.
Yeah.
Somebody here will think.
Treading some line I don't want to get close to. Yeah. All right, Obama says being woke is not being judgmental and calling people out on social media. You know how it is now, where you misspell a word on a tweet that's got some attention on it, and the people out there think they're holier than you are. Will sit there, look down their nose. Oh, you can't even spell a lot. Don't you know it's 2 words? What an idiot. And sometimes you're speaking into it, and it does it for you.
Right.
But they want to sit into that holier than thou version, and Obama was talking to that this weekend. And it's one thing we agree on. Didn't know it was possible, but we do. Yeah. Well, you're not pulling America forward by sitting so judgmental on and expecting everybody to be perfect.
Well, from the clown that started a lot of this
Yeah.
kind of garbage, that's really amazing.
Here's what he said.
Sense sometimes of the way of me making change is to be as judgmental as possible about other people, and that's enough. Like if I tweet or hashtag about how you didn't do something right or used the wrong verb, then I can sit back and feel pretty good about myself because, man, you see how woke I was? I called you out. That's not activism. That's not bringing about change. If all you're doing is casting stones, you're probably not going to get that far. That's easy to do.
Okay. That part we'll agree with, I think. Mm-hmm. What say you, Colonel?
Sure. But, like I said, it's a little hypocritical coming from him.
Every now and then there's a ray of hope that there is hope out there. A 14-year-old in Pennsylvania came up with a video projector system that install in cars that basically eliminates blind spots. Ooh. I know the car I'm in has lots of blind spots, 2 bad ones.
Well, yeah. And
they have lights in there to keep you keep you from having collisions.
Right. Yeah.
Which are extraordinarily helpful. She recently debuted at a science fair for super smart kids who won $25,000 grand prize. Now the car companies are looking into offering it as a feature.
My Broadcom Masters project is about improving automobile safety by removing blind spots. And I did that by having a camera behind the A-pillar of a car, and the camera sent video to a projector that projected the image onto the pillar, essentially making it invisible and making the driver be able to see behind it. There's so many car accidents and injuries and deaths that could have been prevented from a pillar not being there. And since we can't take it out of cars, I decided to get rid of it without getting rid of it.
Now, she probably invented it over a weekend at home.
Yeah, well, that's actually...
The car companies will take 5 years to get it on the showroom floor.
No, that's been around for a while, actually.
Well, also, they already featured on one of the trucks out there where you can see around your trailer.
Right.
Sort of.
It's just a matter of how much money do you want to spend putting all this stuff on your cars. And, at some point, it gets a little too expensive. But, we're to that point where it doesn't matter. I mean, we're doing this electric car stuff, which is it's just a waste of money. But, we're not there yet with batteries.
It's kind of like a small single airplane. It flies a couple of people or 4 people. And you look at it, and it says, and it looks so small, and you say, it can't cost that much, a few $1,000. What costs so much? All the electronics inside.
Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, and that's all you need is, well, exactly. Anybody who's had to replace a module in your vehicle for several $1,000s, et cetera, or more, you'll understand.
Well, I hope you had a great fallback weekend. The plus side, you got an extra hour, and the sun comes up earlier again for us morning people. Mm-hmm. The downside, you drive home this afternoon.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. It's getting dark at 4 p.m. because daylight saving time is over.
All right, week 9 of the 29-19 NFL season. Here are the week's extremely uncommon NFL phrases.
And now, it's time for this week's extremely uncommon NFL phrases. The Ravens beat the Patriots. The Chargers beat the Packers. And the 49ers are the only unbeaten team at 8-0. Those are this week's extremely uncommon NFL phrases.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I did actually watch a little bit of the Ravens game, and they were hopping all over the Patriots. That's a fact.
Okay. Let's see here. Something I want to do with the Colonel right now. Here it is. Guess the weird sound. Here's another guess the sound.
Oh, dear. Okay. What is
You have
it?
to ask yourself what these guys in this video are laughing at, but you only get the sound too. Here we go, just the sound itself.
That's an animal of some kind. I don't know.
And do you know the animal?
No.
Is it a spotted deer in the middle of the road making really weird sounds? A college student in the dining hall trying to imitate a sick dog? Or a hyena in a zoo trying to woo a female and freaking out when she leaves?
I don't know. It must be the hyena.
The hyena. All right. I'm going to play another sound from this animal. And you tell me if it's, where'd it go? Okay, here it is. And tell me what the animal is. Same animal.
Yeah, I guess. It's a hyena.
There's a spotted deer in the middle of the road
That's the spotted deer, huh?
making really weird sounds.
I guess it does. What spotted deer and where? I mean, what country? I don't know of any spotted deer. It must be in Asia or something.
It's still a toddler, I guess, with his spots on.
Oh, it's a fawn. Okay, all right.
Storms last Friday caused the Iron Scowl. Well, wait a minute. Hang on. Let me back up. I think, did we do? No, we didn't do this. All right, here's today's What's Up With That moment.
Today's show is sponsored by What's Up With That? What's Up With That? You ever notice girls will go back to the guy that did a number on her 1,000 times, but won't go back to the lady at the nail salon that messed up her manicure just once? What's up with that? What's up with that?
All right, tow truck driver in Dallas is catching heat after surveillance video showed him putting up a no parking sign in a private lot, then towing an elderly couple's SUV that was already parked there.
That's nice. What a dork. Are you kidding me?
At least one lawyer who's involved says it basically amounts to theft.
Yeah.
And I knew automatically, because I'm a former prosecutor, I was like, this is a theft. Like, they stole from these people.
I'm the one that handles the towing signs. We make it a habit to try to keep all of our signs updated.
You know, you can't put up the sign when somebody's parked and then just take their vehicle. It needs to be clearly posted.
Yeah, putting the sign up after the fact, telling somebody, that's grand theft.
Yeah.
But these tow truck drivers, I mean, different localities, it varies from state to state and, locality to locality. They have these contracts to do this stuff, and some of them are just atrociously broad in allowing these guys to tow vehicles, and they get away with garbage like this. They shouldn't, but they do.
Guy in California, let me make sure I'm not stepping all over my stupid criminal news stuff here. No, I'm okay. Guy in California is facing charges for allegedly putting razor blades in the Halloween candy he handed out. There's always one. Luckily, no one got hurt. He claims it was an accident. Oh, yeah, I just accidentally put the razor blade right there in the...
Well,
And a few razor blades got mixed in somehow. At least one of the neighbors believes him and says he never would have issued, he's never had issues with him before.
I'm really shocked. I can't believe it.
I said, oh my God, little children.
Thank goodness no children were hurt. Thank goodness the parents were out there with the children and monitoring.
I just can't see him doing it. I lived with him about 5-6 years.
I've never seen one bad thing ever come from him.
And I hope this never happens to any other child.
For some reason, I just don't see him doing that on purpose.
Well, how do you, would he just like dump some random razor blades in the basket of candy? Or was he actually putting it in the candy bar or something? I mean, I'm kind of at a loss. How do you end up standing next to your bowl of candy with a container of razor blades and knock some in there or something? Well, gee, I didn't mean to dump those razor blades in my bowl of candy.
I don't know.
That's weird. I don't know. Something strange there.
Storms last Friday caused the Iron Scow, a ship that has been lodged atop the Niagara Falls since 1918, to shift for the first time in 101 years, traveling 150 feet downstream on Halloween.
It appears to have sort of flipped on its side and spun around. It's not in the exact same spot it was yesterday. We think it's about 50 meters downriver from its original location. And what we think has happened now is it's turned and twisted in the very heavy current and flow of the river and is stuck where it is now. And it could be stuck there for days or it could be stuck there for years. It's anyone's guess.
Okay. Well, it's not like it's a hazard in navigation, so just let it go.
Sure is going to upset the Horseshoe Fall appearance when it comes over that fall eventually.
Yeah, but it'll just, it'll get trashed. And
I think the water will beat it to death.
Yeah, it ain't going to be there. Well, if it does go over the falls and into the, maelstrom there at the bottom, nobody's going to see it. It's just going to be crashed. And
at some point, the falls will be no more.
Right, yep.
As the erosion continues, the falls go further and further back until eventually they'll
be a river.
Just be a river, yeah.
The lake will be drained. Lots more property for people to build houses on.
Lake Erie, that's what's tied to, isn't it?
Lake Erie, yes.
You ever been there?
Yes, I had a 3-year tour on Lake Erie.
Oh, there you go. Guess you're pretty.
Mistake by the lake. I'm back in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Okay. How was it?
Cold. Really cold.
So what were you doing in Erie, Pennsylvania?
I was the instructor at a reserve unit up there. The Marines run the reserve program with active duty people. So every Marine reserve unit has a staff of roughly 7, 8, 9, 10, depending on the size of the unit or what type of unit it is. And I was a captain. I was there and being the I&I, instructor, and we were right on the lake. And well, we weren't exactly on the lake, but we were. If you look at a map and you look at Route 90, which runs from Buffalo over to Cleveland and beyond, that's like the lip of the bowl that Lake Erie sits in. And man, when it gets cold, at Route 90 is kind of the break line. You can in late November, when it's snowing east of 90, it's still nice and warm because the lake holds that warmth for quite a while, well into December. But once that lake turns cold, man, it's like living in a refrigerator. And 2 to 3 years I was up there, the lake froze over. I mean, you couldn't walk across it because it's really rough ice. It's not like a big ice skating rink, but man, it was cold.
I guess I won't try to find out how cold.
Well, that's Buffalo weather, Cleveland weather, etc. That's why Cleveland, when they had the old...
they play football in it, then don't they?
Well, the old municipal stadium was right on the lake, and you wouldn't have any night games in Cleveland until June because it would be so cold in the evening.
All righty. Well, coming up on 8 o'clock, stick around. Much more on the other side of news. We'll be back.
Another mostly clear skies in the forecast tonight. That means temperatures back in the low 30s come morning. A freeze warning is currently in effect across much of central North Carolina. A frost advisory also in effect if you're not in a freeze warning, so another cold start for Monday. Monday afternoon, mostly sunny sky, highs back in the low 60s, partly cloudy for Tuesday, highs in the mid to upper 60s, few showers back in the forecast. That's going to be on Thursday. I'm meteorologist Zach Malak in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. They're already lining up in Lexington, Kentucky. Throngs of Trump supporters camping out in the cold ahead of tonight's presidential rally. Those rallies continue drawing huge crowds, even as the president is targeted by House Democrats for impeachment. Mr. Trump is calling for the whistleblower who raised alarms about his Ukraine phone call to be identified. The president telling reporters they ought to do their job by naming his accuser.
They know who it is. You know who it is. You just don't want to report it. CNN knows who it is, but you don't want to report it. And you know, you'd be doing the public a service if you did. The whistleblower gave a false report.
A lawyer for the whistleblower says his client is now willing to answer written questions submitted by House Republicans. President Trump says the whole thing's a sham, especially since he released a transcript of the Ukraine phone call. A year from now, voters decide whether to grant Mr. Trump a second term in the White House. Correspondent Julie Pace says along with not knowing who the Democrat nominee will be, there are other unknowns.
Will the economy be strong, or will some of these factors that we are seeing sort of bubbling up below the surface, such as the strength of the manufacturing industry, will they take a negative turn? Certainly the economy for an incumbent president is really crucial. Will some of these foreign policy, national security issues that have become quite fraught in recent weeks and months, will those start to dominate the conversation?
Even though the Iran nuclear deal does remain on the books, the head of Iran's nuclear program says Tehran is working on a prototype centrifuge 50 times faster than those that are allowed under the nuclear pact with world powers. On Wall Street this morning, stock futures pointing to a higher open. Right now, Dow futures up 123 points. S&P futures better by 14. NASDAQ futures up 46 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Sebastian Gorka here. Maybe you've been hearing about Relief Factor, the 100% drug-free supplement that helps a person's body deal with inflammation and pain. You've heard all the wonderful testimonials. Well, I have my own testimonial. For many years, my lower back pain was becoming a serious problem. The short story is, I finally gave it a try, and now I'm out of pain too. So if you're in pain, you can order the 3-week quick start for just $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com.
Trade pros. Whether you specialize in service or new construction, Ferguson knows firsthand how much work goes into a long day on the job, which is why we're committed to offering the products and solutions to get every job done right. With over 1,000 locations, an unmatched selection of specialty products, tools, and supplies, our pro pickup and same or next day delivery, you can trust that doing business with Ferguson will be the easiest part of your hard day's work. Visit Ferguson.com to find a counter location near you.
Vietnamese police have arrested 8 more suspects in connection with the truck container deaths of 39 people in southeast England.
Police say the 8 were arrested Sunday on charges of organising people smuggling overseas as the probe into the October tragedy continues. British authorities charged with trying to identify the remains of the dead are working with officials in Vietnam to find out more about people who are thought to have been in transit to England. It had been confirmed by police on Friday that all of those found in the refrigerated truck container were Vietnamese. Police had initially believed they were Chinese. I'm Charles Ledesma.
Saudi Arabia formally began an initial public offering over the weekend of a sliver of oil giant Saudi Aramco after years of delay. The Saudis hoping international and local investors will pay billions for a stake in one of the kingdom's crown jewels. News and analysis at townhall.com. Former President Carter back leading a Bible study less than 2 weeks after falling and breaking his pelvis.
To address a question very profoundly, is there life after death?
95-year-old Jimmy Carter talking about the book of Job in the Old Testament in his lessons at his church in Plains, Georgia. While referring to a 2015 cancer diagnosis, Carter said he was at ease with the idea of dying and believes in life after death. Carter was briefly hospitalized and has since been recovering at home since fracturing his pelvis. He also fell shortly before that and needed stitches above his eye. He is the oldest U.S. ex-president ever.
Joe, never did answer the question.
I'm Tim McGuire.
Ferrari sold a lot of sports cars in the third quarter. The Italian automaker raising its earnings forecast, citing a robust Q3 performance, including a 9% increase in vehicle deliveries. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Wealthy politician Garland Tucker is at it again. He's lying about Tom Tillis, and he's lying about himself. Listen to Tucker's radio ad.
Garland Tucker's for cutting foreign aid and building the wall, and against citizenship for illegals.
That's not true. The real Garland Tucker? In May, he supported, quote, some sort of amnesty for illegals. Tucker opposed deporting illegal immigrants. And Tucker supported a big increase in the number of immigrants America accepts. Read it for yourself at truthabouttucker.com. Tucker is also lying about his support for President Trump. Not long ago, Tucker was trashing Trump. Tucker called Trump heretical, unkind, and disgusting. That's why Donald Trump is backing Tom Tillis instead. Listen.
He's been a warrior, really a warrior, when we needed him most. Senator Tom Tillis. Make sure he gets reelected.
I'm Tom Tillis, candidate for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by the Tom Tillis Committee.
Carolina Power and Generators in Carthage reminds you that hurricane season has officially arrived. An average hurricane season brings 4 to 8 hurricanes and 2 to 4 major hurricanes. Carolina Power and Generators serves Moore and the Sandhills area with Generac, the #1 brand in residential standby generators. When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Last year in Moore County alone, 4 out of 5 people lost power for up to 8 days. Carolina Power and Generators provides 24-hour service, supplying power within seconds, whether you're home or away. You get Generac's maintenance plans, low-interest financing, and special warranties. Let the generator guys help you be prepared for this hurricane season. Go online to CarolinaGeneratorsInc.com, visit their Facebook, or call 910-241-4677. That's 910-241-4677.
At First Bank, North Carolina's largest independent community bank, we know your dream may be to make it possible for your child to achieve theirs. Whether you want to start saving for their education, to pay for a first tuition bill, or to help your student be a smart spender, First Bank offers a wide range of products and services to help you achieve your dreams. From student checking accounts to prepaid debit cards, savings accounts to home equity lines of credit. You'll find a great fit at First Bank.
A few weeks ago, the Board of Elections forced incumbent mayor of Carthage, Lee McGraw, to withdraw from the election and bow to the North Carolina statute that he could no longer be mayor because he didn't live in the town limits. He claims he didn't know the town limits even after 10 years of being mayor. McGraw is now back in Carthage as a town appearance official. Business owners tell me that the town became worse under McGraw's reign and are not sad to see him go. The town of Carthage has no shame and ignores ethics. The two candidates, Town Commissioners Jimmy Chalfinch and George Wilson, welcomed him back at the Town Commissioners meeting. A vote for Chalfinch or Wilson for mayor is a vote for McGraw, who will continue as a shadow mayor. Vote for me, Kevin Lewis, for mayor. Make Carthage a commerce town again instead of a dying, corrupt one. Paid for by the committee to elect Kevin Lewis for mayor.
Donuts so heavenly you'd think they were made by angels. Southern Angel Donut Company is now open for your heavenly pleasure in Olmsted Village behind the First National Bank. And the angels are up daily at 3 a.m. making donuts the old-fashioned way, preparing holy taste bud delights like the maple bacon donut or their special apple fritters. And hey, Southern Angel Donuts make great business icebreakers because who doesn't like a great donut? Give Southern Angel Donuts a try today. Open 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily.
Attention Sandhills Medicare members. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is excited to announce $0 premiums, copays, and prescription copays for Moore County residents during this year's Medicare annual enrollment. For the first time, you'll have access to our best rates and the coverage most trusted by North Carolinians for over 85 years. We look forward to showing you the benefit of Blue. Go to BlueMedicareNC.com today through December 7th to learn more. That's BlueMedicareNC.com.
Need new flooring, but you're just not sure where to go? Trust JB Short Carpet One, the area's flooring experts for over 80 years. A locally owned family business. You can depend on JB Short Carpet One for attentive, knowledgeable sales consultants, quality installation, and competitive pricing. Carpet, tile, laminate, wood, and vinyl flooring. JB Short Carpet One has it all. And many styles are on sale right now with special financing available. JB Short Carpet One, Highway 1 North between Southern Pines and Vass, or on the web at shortcarpet1.com.
NCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. Election Day 2020 is now less than a year away. Democratic candidates are campaigning this weekend in Iowa. Healthcare and Elizabeth Warren's plan for Medicare for all was the biggest talking point. CBS News correspondent Ed O'Keefe has more.
Moderates like Joe Biden are skeptical and say that they would instead just build on Obamacare. Even Bernie Sanders, the architect of Medicare for All, admits that he would raise taxes on people to pay for the plan, but that ultimately your copays and deductibles would go down.
Western Carolina University political science professor Chris Cooper said North Carolina will be a critical swing state. He tells WLOS News in Asheville North Carolina is one of the most competitive in the nation.
Right now, the president is a little bit underwater in North Carolina, which means that more people disapprove of him than approve of him. As long as Donald Trump is the nominee, really no matter who the Republican Party has as their nominee, they're going to have a shot.
Family and friends gathered Sunday to remember former U.S. Senator Kay Hagan of North Carolina, who died of a rare virus at the age of 66. Former Governor Jim Hunt told WRAL-TV Hagan was special.
She was a real North Carolinian, and what a great public servant she was. Thank God for her.
McDonald's is under new leadership after ousting its CEO for having an inappropriate relationship with an employee. Steve Easterbrook announced yesterday he's stepping down as chief executive of the world's largest fast food chain. CBS News correspondent Jerika Duncan.
McDonald's previously announced a restaurant training initiative in its U.S. franchises to support a professional, safe, and respectful workplace. It was set to begin last month. Easterbrook is succeeded by the former president of McDonald's USA.
An 11-year-old boy who attended a church Halloween event in Guilford County has died. Noah Chambers was pronounced dead on Sunday. You're listening to NCN News.
At Sport Clips Haircuts, we're on a mission to help our veterans with their education. In 2013, we established the VFW Sport Clips Help a Hero Scholarship Program. With the help of your generous donations, we've raised over $6 million and awarded more than 1,400 scholarships across the country. Visit Sport Clips today and help a hero. And on Veterans Day, November 11th, Sport Clips will donate an additional $1 for every haircut we give. Help us continue this honorable mission.
Well, look at you, a fearless coach. During the week, you're giving your all at the office to support your team. Then, come the weekend, you're all in, inspiring your kids' athletic team. Well, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is here for you. Use our Blue Connect app to find a doctor or urgent care, compare costs of procedures, and more. Live Fearless, North Carolina. Learn more at livefearlessnc.com.
Texas police are on the hunt for suspects involved in the murder of James Butler III and Michelle Butler after the New Hampshire couple's bodies were found on Padre Island in Texas. CBS News correspondent Meg Oliver has more.
The Cleveland County Sheriff's Office says the truck and RV trailer that couple was traveling in was nowhere to be found. Investigators say both vehicles were last seen on surveillance video between October 20th and 21st crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. The driver was not James or Michelle. Police haven't named a possible suspect.
It's not very often that we have a mobile crime scene if the crime was committed, say, in the trailer.
North Carolina's elections director, Karen Brinson Bell, has approved 49 additional types of student and employee identification for use in 2020 elections.
The newly approved identifications join more than 80 student, employee, and tribal IDs previously approved for use. Beginning next year, voters in North Carolina will be asked to present photo identification to vote, though certain exceptions apply. State law requires the election board confirm that an institution's identification card meets certain requirements before it can be used to vote in North Carolina. I'm Tony Ricks.
The North Carolina Highway Patrol has confirmed one person died just outside of Goldsboro over the weekend. The death took place on Highway 111 in Wayne County. Another horse is dead following a race at Santa Anita Racetrack in California. Don Daler has that.
They're off. The exciting Breeders' Cup races, racing's unofficial world championships, had gone smoothly until Saturday's final race. Nearly 68,000 fans cheered a stirring win, but soon realized that 4-year-old Mongolian groom had suffered a serious injury near the end of the race. Track officials and veterinarians rushed to the injured horse, but after consultation with several vets, Mongolian groom was euthanized.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Another mostly clear night in store. That allows temperatures to drop fast. We'll have morning lows back in the low to mid-30s. A freeze warning is currently in place across much of central North Carolina, and if you're not in a freeze warning, you're in a frost advisory, so keep that in mind. It's going to be another cold start for Monday. Mostly sunny sky in the afternoon, highs back in the low 60s. Partly cloudy for Tuesday, highs in the mid to upper 60s. We'll see a few rain showers on Thursday. I'm meteorologist Zach Malak in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, sunny 39 degrees, humidity 89%, 2.36. Winds are calm, visibility 10 statute miles, pressure 30-33. It is 8:15. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news. For this Monday morning, deputies arrested a West End man on numerous drug charges Friday following a traffic stop. They made the stop in the West End after learning the driver had 2 outstanding arrest warrants. They seized 61 grams of cocaine, 7 grams of heroin, 29 doses of oxycodone, 28 of Suboxone, and $1,200 in cash. The value of the seized drugs, right under $6,000. Gregory was jailed on a $350,000 bond. Southern Pines Police Department is crediting Facebook users with providing information that led to the arrest of a Rockingham man accused of stealing merchandise from a local retailer. On Wednesday, the agencies made a post asking for the community's help identifying the suspect based on a pair of photographs captured October 5th by a security camera in Pinehurst. Writing in an update on Friday, Police Chief Bob Timmy said the department's engaged social media community had identified a man in less than 90 minutes. Now that man, Brandon Barris Brown, 29, was charged with larceny and placed in the Moore County Detention Center. A traffic accident on US 1 south in Pine Bluff resulted in 2 victims being airlifted to trauma centers. The accident occurred at the intersection of Adore Road at 5:30 p.m. on Saturday. The collision left both vehicles with extensive damage and a Chevrolet on its side with 1 person pinned in the vehicle. That's your latest Sand Hills news this morning, but stand by. Here comes your latest in sports right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. It is 8:17.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. The Carolina Panthers bounced back yesterday from an embarrassing defeat a week ago with a 30-20 win over the Tennessee Titans. Christian McCaffrey had 164 yards from scrimmage and scored 3 touchdowns, marking his 6th game of the season with at least 150 scrimmage yards. He talked post-game about the crowd chanting MVP in his general direction.
That was pretty cool. I mean, we got a lot of ball left, but, I think we have some of the best fans in the world, and that was pretty special. Very appreciative of that.
The momentum of the game turned midway through the 3rd quarter. Panthers up by 10. They converted a fake punt on 4th down in their own territory. McCaffrey on the bold call by the coaching staff.
We love it. We'll never tell them not to do that or disagree with them on that. So, I mean, that just kind of shows the confidence they have in us, the confidence we have in ourselves to be able to go out on 4th down and take a risk and today it paid off.
Colin Jones took the direct snap, ran for the first down. McCaffrey completed the drive with a 1-yard touchdown scamper, then added a 58-yard burst midway through the fourth quarter for his 13th touchdown of the season. Elsewhere on Sunday, Lamar Jackson ran for 61 yards and 2 scores and was 17 of 23 for 163 yards as the Baltimore Ravens handed the Patriots their first loss of the season. 37-20 the final. Baltimore built a 17-0 lead. The Pats drew within 3, but then Jackson threw a 5-yard touchdown pass to Nick Boyle with just 6 seconds into the fourth quarter and scored on a 1-yard keeper to ice the victory. Tom Brady on the team's first loss of the season.
Just wasn't obviously good enough. Get beat by 17 points. That's not what we're all about.
The Kansas City Chiefs needed their field goal kicker to complete a victory. Harrison Butker drilled a 44-yard score as time expired to send the Chiefs past the Vikings 26-23. Melvin Gordon scored 2 touchdowns, and the Chargers beat the Packers 26-11. Russell Wilson's 5th touchdown pass of the afternoon gave the Seahawks a 40-34 triumph over the Buccaneers in overtime. The Buffalo Bills off to their best start since 1993. They're 6-2 after beating the Redskins 24-9. This is NCN Sports.
There are millions of unused and leftover opioid pills in North Carolina alone, enough to stretch from the mountains to the coast. These powerful prescription pills are contributing to an epidemic that takes 5 lives every day. But there is something more powerful than opioids. All of us. We can take back our extra pills and ask our healthcare providers about alternatives for pain. Together, we can take back our communities. Learn how you can help end the epidemic at morepowerfulnc.org.
The annual Big Tailgate Tour, driven by Continental Tire, is on the road again.
As NC State hosts 9-0 Clemson on Saturday, find our tents, prizes, and the Continental Tire Toss from 4 to 7 p.m. at Backyard Bistro, next to Carter Finley Stadium, leading up to the 7:30 kickoff.
Pick up free koozies, T-shirts, and more from Sport Clips and Continental Tire. Remember to drive with care on your Continental tires and experience the ultimate MVP haircut at Sport Clips.
Tailgate with us, BigTailgateTour.com.
Kevin Harvick won the Fall Cup race at Texas for the 3rd year in a row while taking one of the championship contending spots in NASCAR's season finale in 2 weeks. Harvick started from the pole and led 120 of the 334 laps in the number 4 Ford for Stewart-Haas Racing. He took the lead for the 7th and final time on lap 255. He finished 1.5 seconds ahead of teammate Eric Almirola. Playoff contender Joey Logano finished 4th at the 1.5-mile track at Texas to stay in title contention. Florida State has fired second-year football coach Willie Taggart less than 24 hours after the Seminoles lost to rival Miami. And with the team in danger of missing a bowl game for the 2nd straight year, Taggart was 9-12 with the Seminoles, who have been in a free-fall the last 3 seasons. Alabama and LSU remain the top 1 and 2 teams in the AP College Football Poll. Those 2 teams will meet Saturday. Josh, Zach, NCN Sports.
At Pool Automotive, being local and family-owned isn't just a title. It's the lifeblood of our business. The moment you walk into our Aberdeen showroom, you'll be treated like family. You see, we believe that all our guests deserve quality, reliable used vehicles, and we have the inventory and finance options to make it happen. When you buy a new vehicle, the second you drive it off the lot, it's already depreciated by thousands. Before you throw that money away, come to Pool Automotive and check out our huge selection of premium vehicles. We have high-quality, off-lease vehicles, most of which are one-owner cars with low mileage and remaining factory warranties. Something else we do to save you even more? We don't charge documentation fees. Yep, you heard us right. No doc fees here. Come in today, 500 South Sandhills Boulevard in Aberdeen, or call 910-637-0057 and experience the Pool Advantage.
Jump into the fire at Brick's Wood Fire Pizza in the Cole Shopping Center and check out their new menu. In addition to the great selection of wood-fired pizzas, Brick's Wood Fire Pizza has wood-fired wings in 3 flavors, delicious soups, pastas, salads, and sandwiches, all made fresh daily. Your choice of craft beers on tap or favorite wine. Brick's Wood Fire Pizza is a community partner supporting our schools in the arts and sports and other nonprofits. Jump into the fire at Brick's Wood Fire Pizza, Cole Shopping Center, Southern Pines, open every day at 11 a.m.
You can jump into the fire.
Without proper soil pH, plants can't get the full amount of nutrients they need. An improperly tuned carburetor runs inefficiently as well. Your body works the same way, and some of the medications we use actually deplete certain vitamins and minerals. That's a fact. Health Innovations Pharmacy offers a line of multivitamins designed specifically to address those depletion efficiency issues, like magnesium deficiency for diabetics, Replenish multivitamins come in 6 different formulations for those on hormone replacement therapy, high blood pressure and cholesterol reducers, diabetics, hypoglycemic, and acid-blocking meds. These are complete multivitamins, thereby reducing your vitamin budget. See Tim or one of his pharmacists at Health Innovations Pharmacy about the benefits of Replenish multivitamins and how they can help get your system back in balance. Health Innovations Pharmacy on Pinehurst Avenue in Southern Pines. Locally owned and serving Moore County since 2001.
Hello, I'm Tom Beto. I've been coming to Pinehurst since the late 50s, and my wife and I moved permanently here in 2007. We are fully engaged in community service work and strive to keep Pinehurst life simple, safe, caring, and very special. We're going to elect a new mayor on November 5th. I'm voting for John Strickland. John has the experience, the qualifications, and a 15-year record of service and contributions to Pinehurst and its values that will keep our community healthy and thriving during the next 4 years. John Strickland, he's for Pinehurst.
Paid for by Strickland for Pinehurst.
I think we can all agree weekends are delicious. Well, your weekend just got more delicious. The Hickory Tavern is now serving brunch on Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 2 with several entrees to choose from. Baked omelet filled with sauteed peppers and onions, tomato and goat cheese, and topped with bacon crumble and sour cream. The Tower of Power beefy blueberry pancakes, avocado toast, fresh sliced avocado and tomato salsa piled on sourdough toast and topped with balsamic reduction, candied banana and walnut French toast, mini squares, and last but definitely not least, the Chicken Waffle Witch, a Belgian waffle with hand-breaded chicken breast with maple sausage gravy. Each entree comes with a side of bacon. Wash it down with a shareable jumbo mimosa, carafe, or Bloody Mary. Get out of the box and into the Hickory Tavern for brunch, Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 2.
Being overweight is the #1 health problem in America today. It leads to so many avoidable health issues. If you have a weight problem and finally want to do something about it, then do what I did and participate in the Transforming You Weight Loss Program offered by Dr. Sharon Wright at Wright Chiropractic in Seven Lakes. It's a customized, physician-assisted program based on your body type and your goals. A healthier, more vibrant, spirited, and slimmer you emerges. Now, I lost 25 pounds in the first month and 50 pounds to date. That keeps me motivated. Now, the program is easy to follow. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and if I can do it, you can do it. Give Dr. Wright a call and set up your no-charge consultation about the Transforming You Weight Loss Program at 910-673-2225. That's White Chiropractic at 673-2225.
Hey Sandhills, it's Anthony from Champion Car Wash and Detail Shop. We've been getting a lot of requests for information, and I'm proud to announce that we've launched our new website where you can find details about all the services we offer, how to get in touch with us, hours, and where we're located. Visit us at www.championnc.com. That's www.championnc.com. While you're there, take a look at the photo gallery of incredible cars that we're trusted to care for on a daily basis. That's Champion Car Wash and Detail Shop in downtown Southern Pines near the corner of Morganton and Broad.
The Sandhills Central Railroad Club is hosting their 37th annual Model Railroad Show and Open House on Saturday, November 23rd, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Union Station, Main and Sycamore Streets in Aberdeen. All aboard.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. I'm about to make a whole new group of people angry at me, and I don't want them upset with me. You folks who ride bicycles, is there no place to ride except where the cars are zooming by you on these narrow roads you always seem to be riding on? And you're on your little bicycle, you got your little styrofoam helmet. Did you ever notice a styrofoam cooler from 7-Eleven that somebody accidentally sat on? Did you see how it disintegrated? What do you think a minivan going 40 miles an hour is going to do to it and your head? I really do worry about you guys. There's just not enough room for you on some of these streets. Now, I'm not the guy who honks and makes an obscene gesture when I have to follow you for a mile or two to get around you. To be honest, even if I wanted to, I wouldn't. You guys are always in great shape, and about the last thing I want is to make you angry and then have a flat a half mile up the road. I do have a question. I like your little water bottles, but is that enough water? It's bad enough you cheat death with the cars without getting dehydrated. To be dead serious for a minute, I admire the fact that you men and women are so physically fit, and I admire your passion for staying that way. But no one can stand up to a hit from a garbage truck when they're on a bicycle, or even a Mini Cooper. I really do wish there was some way to solve this problem. I don't know what it'll be, but I know it's just a matter of time, and I hate that. I really do worry about you guys in the Zumwalt Zone.
Another mostly clear skies in the forecast tonight. That means temperatures back in the low 30s come morning. A freeze warning is currently in effect across much of central North Carolina. A frost advisory also in effect if you are not in a freeze warning, so another cold start for Monday. Monday afternoon, mostly sunny sky, highs back in the low 60s, partly cloudy for Tuesday, highs in the mid to upper 60s, few showers back in the forecast. That's going to be on Thursday. I'm meteorologist Zach Malak in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills #1 morning show. Mornings with the leader man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Today's show is sponsored by What's Up With That?
What's up with that?
You ever notice girls will go back to the guy that did a number on her 1,000 times, but won't go back to the lady at the nail salon that messed up her manicure just once? What's up with that?
What's up with that?
Welcome back.
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
We're back at it Monday morning.
What a day this is. Special day.
It's National Candy Day.
Yeah, I got a sweet tooth.
I got a sweet tooth.
This show is perfect.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because it's so sweet.
This show will rot your teeth, you know.
Not to mention your mind.
Happy National Candy Day.
All right, dimwits, on with the show.
It's showtime.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen. Is the lying... did they lie? No, maybe not, but they stretched the truth. The Prov of the Pines pilot. Hey, it's a nice day out there. It's a little cool yet, but you'll enjoy it later. Go on, get out, get some exercise, and work off all that beer from the weekend. And, well, you still got, Monday night? You got a football game tonight you watch, too, so you can drink some more beer. So you got to get out and exercise.
All right, don't forget, of course, we're being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's available at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located that will get you there. If you're on your mobile device, your YouTube app does the work. Put Mornings with the Leader Man in the search. If you're on your mobile device looking for our audio stream only, we suggest many streaming platforms in the form of apps such as TuneIn, iTunes, Streamer. Put WEEB into the search and we should appear at the top. And as always, that stream's available on our website at talk973.com. Upper right-hand corner of every page has an icon that says on the air, listen live. Tap that once with your cursor, and you're listening just that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area is going to be nice. Partly cloudy today, high of 62. Tonight, more clouds move in. Maybe an isolated shower, not a big chance. The low of 48 tomorrow. That's out of here. Partly cloudy and 68. Tuesday night, clear and 45. It's not as cold. And let's see, Wednesday, sunny and 66. Thursday, 70. Friday, mostly cloudy, scattered showers, 50-50 chance of it. High of 51, but that'll be early on in the day. It'll give way to partly cloudy skies by nightfall. Then it's going to be cold. 29 degrees Friday night and 51 Saturday, 60 Sunday. Right now around the Sandhills, winds of calm, visibility 10 statute miles. Pressure is 33, dew point 36, humidity 89%, sunny and 39 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, 8:32, 32 past the hour. One other thing is John Zumwalt. His son had some intestinal surgery last Friday, and he was doing well, but now today John reports he's has a few complications, and he asked that if you could offer up some prayers on his behalf, he would greatly appreciate it. All right, and this morning's show brought to you by Weichert Realtors, Town and Country. Whether you're ready to buy or sell now, or even a year from now, call the experts at Weichert's To get the service that you deserve, whether buying or selling your home, why could Realtors Town and Country? 910-235-3685. That's 235-3685. Why, if you're on your way to work and want to be a hero, stop by Southern Angel Donuts.
Oh, yeah.
While you were sleeping, the Angels were baking fresh, heavenly donuts. Southern Angel Donuts, Homestead Village, back in the back left-hand corner as you go in the entrance. Right there in the shopping center, open 6A to 5P. Okie dokie. All right, let's see. We did that. Going down my checklist. All right, let's do this. This is everybody, one of them. Not everybody likes it. Let's pop a few rim shots at you and see if we can get a smile into your face before we start torturing the Colonel.
Oh, no. It's Monday, man. I got a cold.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. Tell you what we're going to do first. Instead of this, let's play another round of this. See how this works out for you.
And now it's time for Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Or BS.
Don't get me back to good bullshit.
All right, time for a round of Yes or BS. This is where we'll give the Colonel a statement, and he'll have to decide whether, yes, that's true, or no, it's total BS. The first topic of this is about daylight savings time. Since it's the first full day of it, let's see. Well, I have to get a buzzer up here. Much more effective with a buzzer.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think? Sure. You do very well on these, by the way.
I do.
Yeah, you don't get stumped very often. Daylight savings time officially started yesterday at 2 a.m. in most states.
Mm-hmm. What, yesterday? Yeah, 2 a.m. Sunday, yeah.
Trick question.
In most states.
Daylight savings times ended yesterday.
Oh.
It started in March.
All right, well. I don't pay attention to it other than I got to change
Eastern
my
Standard
clock.
Time started yesterday.
All right.
There are a total of 38 different time zones in the world.
How many? 300?
No, 38.
38. Oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
That is correct. Much of them were only 30 or 45 minutes apart, and that's why there's so many. 7 states have already passed a bill to make daylight savings time permanent.
No, it's the opposite. They want to go back to the regular time that they're trying to. Well, there are a number of states that are trying to do away with changing the clock, but I don't know which one they're wanting to change it to.
Well, it's true. They can't go into effect until the federal government okays it.
Right. 7
states are Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Nevada, Oregon, Tennessee, and Washington. The other 21 states have similar bills in the works.
Right. Does North Carolina have one?
I don't know.
I would hope.
You like daylight savings time or Eastern Standard Time?
Whatever it is now, this is what I'd like
Eastern
to
Standard.
Okay, well then, yeah, Standard Time. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, I vote for that.
Yeah.
Hawaii is the only state that doesn't do daylight savings time at all.
No, that's false. Arizona and somebody else.
It's true. Most of Arizona doesn't observe it either.
Oh, all right. Well, excuse me.
But there's
some county. Oh, the Navajo Reservation
in
all right.
Arizona.
Well, that's not part of Arizona. That's a federal Indian reservation.
Yeah, I'll
so
give you
Arizona.
credit. I'll give you credit.
There you go.
So Hawaii is the only state that doesn't do it at all.
Right.
In England, daylight savings time is called British summertime.
There's no telling what the British call it. Yeah, that sounds stupid.
Yeah,
enough.
it's true. Like I said, you tend to lean on the right side of these things. All right, now these can be any subject whatsoever.
Oh, dear. Okay.
As far as the yes or BS goes. Bluetooth technology was actually named after the 10th century Norwegian king, King Harald Bluetooth.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
It is true. American rocker Jim Morrison and Jimi Hendrix are both buried in France.
Yeah, they're in that cemetery next. Who? What? Wait a minute.
Morrison's in France.
Right.
Hendrix is in Washington State.
Oh, okay. All right.
The average person's left hand does the majority of the typing.
Yeah, most of yeah, that's true.
It is true. The first novel ever written on a typewriter was Uncle Tom's Cabin, which is BS. It was Tom Sawyer.
Oh, okay.
President Donald Trump's skin often appears to have an orange hue due to a skin condition.
I have no clue. Sure, why not? I don't know. He eats too many carrots.
Yes, he's not saying why, but the leading theory is bad artificial tanner. There are they have these spray tan on things where you wear goggles and they basically spray paint your body.
Yeah. And he gets the wrong hue, I guess. I knew somebody who ate carrots like a fiend, and they had an orange hue.
Did they?
Yeah.
There are just 32 letters in Hawaiian alphabet.
In the Hawaiian, sure, I have no clue.
Just 12.
12, okay. All right. Well, I don't know.
And the nice thing about Hawaiian words are they pronounce just like they look.
Okay.
You just got to slow down and read them. 27% of female lottery winners hid their winnings tickets in their bra.
Sure, I believe that.
That's true. The Ken doll, from Barbie fame.
Yeah.
His last name is Johnson.
Ken Johnson. I didn't know they had last names. Sure, why not?
It's Carson.
Ken Carson. Okay, all right, fine.
Mosquitoes are used to detect gas leaks in pipelines in Southern California and Arizona.
Mosquitoes. Yeah, that sounds crazy enough to be true. Something, yeah.
It's turkey buzzards are used.
Turkey buzzards, okay. Yeah, I know they used animals or some kind of wildlife.
The hump of a healthy camel weighs about 200 pounds.
The hump of a healthy camel? What about the two-hump camels? What are they called? I can't remember.
Two humpers.
Yeah, no. God, we used to know all that stuff. 200 pounds, sure. That means it's mostly water and fat.
It's up to 80 pounds.
80 pounds, okay.
An example, this is hard one here.
Yeah.
Maybe not for you.
The last ones have been pretty hard. I mean, who cares how much a camel's hump weighs?
Nobody. An example of a hyperbolic paraboloid.
Paraboloid, yeah.
Is a football.
Hyperbolic paraboloid is a football. Sure, why not? I guess.
That's what I would have said, but we were wrong.
Yeah. So what is it?
It's the shape of a Pringles can.
A Pringles can. Get out of here. All right, fine. You know what? Then you go back to MIT and, make up some more questions. Who cares?
Regardless of color, all Fruit Loops taste the same.
Oh, yeah, somebody said that the other day. Yeah, they're
it's
all,
true.
Yeah, they're just sugar.
Bullfrogs never sleep.
Bullfrogs never sleep. Amphibian. Yeah, I guess.
That's true. Yeah, so when they sit there at night going,
all night
yes, they don't stop. Thanksgiving was first celebrated on March 1st.
Thanksgiving on March 1st? I don't know. It's sure, yes.
No. Total BS.
Don't know.
Let's see. The first word spoken by an ape in the 1968 film Planet of the Apes was smile.
Man, I saw it, but I don't know. I don't remember. Smile? The first word spoken by an ape, smile. I guess. I don't know.
It's true. Let's see. All right, this one you should know. In the maritime world, bunkering means supplying a ship with fuel.
Yes.
It is true. Ronald Reagan once appeared in public in Nazi uniform.
Ronald Reagan appeared in public in a Nazi uniform for a movie or something?
Or something.
I guess, or, yeah.
It's true.
True,
yeah. When he appeared in The Desperate Journey, a 1942 film, 1942 film, it should be film, about 5 British airmen shot down in occupied Poland.
Okay.
One last one. I hope I can pronounce this. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
If I could see it, I could tell you for sure that that's it. But based on your pronunciation, I'll just go with a guess. Yes, it is.
But it was spot on.
All right.
Can you tell? All right, things we need to know today so we do not sound stupid. After being a lifetime New Yorker, President Trump has now changed his legal residence to Palm Beach, Florida.
Yes. I'm wondering what took him so long.
Well, this goes to prove that the Democrats' theory that the rich is going to just sit there and take it while you tax them to death,
right,
or make them pay their, quote, fair share is wrong. They will get up. They won't take it. They will get up and leave.
Go somewhere else. Well, I was just reading here over the weekend that more than 600 and some odd thousand people left California last year alone. So, right there, that's a house seat. And over the last 10 years, I don't know how many people would have left, but, California's going to lose some house seats. New York should probably...
I know they got plenty of illegals to take their place.
Well, yeah, but that's if the... but the thing is, those people are hit and miss when it comes to the census. Whereas taxpayers moving out, they are census people. And same way in New York, they've been losing a load of people. New Jersey has lost... quite a few since I was up there. The Northeast, they're killing themselves.
There's something you never heard during the Obama administration. A new report on Friday said that our economy had added 128,000 new jobs in October.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Apple's new streaming service went live Friday with original content, including the morning show starring Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, and Steve Carell as TV news anchors. And the latest entrance in the streaming wars is ad-free and costs $4.99 a month. But NBC News says the service has, quote, mediocre shows and lots to prove.
Okay. As if NBC has anything to crow about.
Oh, they got Hulu. That's what they have out there.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Ford is soon going to join Tesla in offering over-the-air ongoing software updates for their cars. I can see it now. You're going down the road,
yeah, updating
60 miles an hour, and your car says, "Stand by for an update."
What? Well, the chances are you're not traveling 60 miles an hour down the road. You're waiting for a truck to pick you up to take you to a
repair.
To take you to a recharge space somewhere.
Prince Harry traveled to Japan Saturday for the 2019 Rugby World Cup finals between England and South Africa. Oh, the tough life of a royal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have to go to a rugby tournament in Japan. I'll be back when I feel like it. President Donald Trump is welcoming the World Series champions, the Nationals, to the White House today. And Cuba Gooding Jr. is pleading not guilty to even more sexual abuse charges. I guess when you're a celebrity, you have all these women throw themselves at you so they can quote, "I did it with him."
Well, if you're a celebrity or anybody of renown or have a boatload of money or something, I'm not sure what you would do, because, yeah, you would have a lot of that going on. I'm not saying everybody's doing it, but everybody that would speak to you. But you got enough of those kind of people that would be willing to throw you under a bus for a couple of bucks. It's just ridiculous.
Today's impossible question. 25% of us blame this person for our addiction to chocolate.
Willy Wonka.
No, coworker.
Oh, a coworker. All right.
Yeah, it's just like I blame you for my addiction to apple fritters.
Yeah. Okay.
He doesn't eat his, so guess who has to eat it?
That's right. That's right. All three of them end up stacked in front of you.
And here it is at the end of the weekend. Do you see any left? No. Why? Because you left them here. Should know better.
It's because I've already eaten my apple fritter. I don't need another one.
All right, 8:49. We're going to get those rim shots right now for you. Throw them up there, Snurdly, so we can get them done. Okay. Let's see here. Now that Halloween is over, Mariah Carey says it's okay to play Christmas music. Then again, Mariah also thought making the movie Glitter and marrying Nick Cannon was also great ideas.
Oh, dear.
Hootie and the Blowfish released their first album in 15 years. Luckily, while they were gone, white people had Game of Thrones to keep them occupied.
All right, I don't quite get that one. But
Well, it just took so long in between episodes. Seasons.
Yeah.
They had season 1, season 2. They had 8 seasons, and
I got
like
you.
the last one took 2 years between season 7 and season 8.
And it was well worth waiting for, wasn't it? Said no one.
All they wanted to do was a redo on the way it ended.
Yeah.
Now they're just got the money released to film the prequel.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we'll have a prequel. That's a good idea.
Matthew McConaughey turns 450 today. If you're going to his party, remember, clothes are optionals, but bongos are mandatory. Kathy Griffin turns 59 today. Don't bother with a gift. God gave her one by sparing her face from melting in the recent California wildfires.
Oh, man.
Kevin Hart posted an Instagram video about his horrific car accident. It's almost as painful to watch as most of his movies are.
Yeah.
His movie, just a small guy running around talking fast.
Yeah.
14-year-old girl from Pennsylvania figured out a way to decrease traffic accidents. It's called Teach Your Grandparents How to Use Uber.
Oh, ouch.
We gained an hour over the weekend, unless you're a Jacksonville Jaguar fan who watched that game in London. Yeah. Then you lost 3 hours. California Congresswoman Katie Hill recently resigned after some embarrassing nude pictures of her surfaced. And now Bernie Sanders could be the next, because reportedly some nude cave wall drawings of him were just discovered.
That's a couple ugly people right there, man. And then she's blaming sexism or something on her stupidity. And Bernie, there's just no words for Bernie. I mean, he's a fossil, and he should get compressed again or something.
I hate rich people and corporations.
Yeah. And I'll take
They're not
money.
paying their fair share.
Yep. And I want more of your money. Take it all.
And you'll stay here and let me do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're just dumb enough to think I'm assuming you're dumb enough to sit here and do it.
Jeez.
What a nitwit. I had one Democrats sit there and say, no, we already know that 93% of the people will stay and not leave. Oh, they're going to stay and let you pick their bones clean like a buzzard. Yeah, right. What planet are you on? All right, 8:53. Let's see here. Well, we got so many of these. We might as well go take some of them off the streets and be done with it here.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
All right, my friends, it's time once again. Let's jump up across the floor in the style of the Duke John Wayne. Open up our closet doors. Look at all 30 of our Liberty safes. Today we're going to go over here to Liberty safe number 21. And open her up and let the good Colonel reach in and grab the weapon of choice today.
Oh, you're looking for a pistol, are you? Well, we'll get you a Glock G40, G4, and 10 millimeter. How's that?
Sounds like a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. 10 millimeters good.
All right, well, we'll throw that into the holster, pin on our badge, grab 5 cans of some super whoop ass as we now head out the door in relentless pursuit. Stupid criminal news. Stupid criminal news number 1 this morning. Well, here's an idea for a side hustle we never heard of before, probably for a good reason. There's a 52-year-old woman named Belinda Fondren of Evans, Louisiana. And she was just busted for selling high school students fake doctor notes so they could skip school. Apparently, Belinda used to work for a doctor, and she was forging the notes as if they came from him. She was selling them for $20 each, and apparently sold about 14 of them before the school got suspicious. They noticed there was a big stroke and a big spike in kids getting notes from that doctor. So they called that doctor, and he said he never heard of any of the kids.
Oh, wow.
They eventually traced the notes to Belinda, and she was arrested for filing false public records. She could get up to 5 years in prison.
Wow. Well, there you go. That's real art form there.
Stupid criminal news number 2. No one throws huge amounts of cash in the garbage, right? Not that they're sane, so yeah, this was a big deal. 32-year-old guy near Huntsville, Alabama, named Christopher Schock is facing serious jail time for printing a bunch of fake $20 and $50 bills. He got caught after he threw a bunch of rejects from a test run, and the garbage men found them in his trash. They were really good forgeries and looked real, but once they pulled them out of the garbage, they realized they were printed on regular printing paper.
What a knucklehead.
Remember, money's printed on linen.
Yeah.
Police were able to link the bills to Christopher because one of them was printed on the back of a receipt from an Alabama Pardons and Paroles Department. Mm-hmm. And it had his info on it, including his full name, date of birth.
That's genius. Real man of genius there. That's
why he's doing all the time. In Alabama, the penalty for forgery, 20 years in prison per bill.
Yeah, there you go.
So if they had to really go after him, he could be facing a lifetime in prison. Looks like he's going to be doing it for a while. Police think that's between $10,000 and $30,000 of fake bills that are already in circulation out there.
Wow. I'll assume that he got some good paper to run it on eventually.
Well, what they do now is counterfeiters. They'll take $1 bills,
right?
Bleach them,
yeah.
And then, but
Print
that security
50s and
strip's a
100s,
different ball game.
Right.
I guess they kind of printed into the bill. You know, when I had the Long Branch in Raleigh, about once a weekend we get a fake bill put in there that got taken and got deposited. And then we get our weekly call from the FBI. No, I take that back to Secret Service because the fake bill was there. So it goes for this Monday. Have yourself a great safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow, 7 to 9 for a titillating Tuesday. Until then, be sure to support all the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airways because they are the backbone of our economy here in Moore County. Your money will stay here, roll over, and create jobs for all of us when you give them first crack at your spending dollars. And don't forget, millions of Americans have fought and they have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. So live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and the Leader Man and Nick and Colt the dog will all see you at the Fall Like Dog Park at 2.